Can you see me? Hello. For a minute there, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go live. How are you? Welcome to all of my Facebook saints, my YouTube saints, and my Sunday school dropouts. I hope you've had a wonderful week, and I hope you're looking forward to this week, which is leading up to my favorite holiday, Thanksgiving. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We love having new people. So make sure to tell us that you're new and where you're from so that we can show you some love because we're all about adding people to the family. So welcome to the family. This is just our Sunday gathering where we get together and share a couple of laughs. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's inspirational, sometimes it lands somewhere in between. But the main thing is we all just want to have a good time. So come right on in. How's everybody doing? Now, you know the rule. When you first get in the room, you got to tell me that you're here. I know that Miss Martina's been with us since 8:56 because she told me she was waiting. I'm here. Hi, Angela. Uh-oh. We have a never again, Sister Johnson. Well, you feel free to share with the group. You know, I'm all about other people having to never again. So put that out there so that we all can see it. I do want to start off tonight by telling you guys this as the comments come in. I wanted to have my daddy with me tonight. Unfortunately, it is pouring down raining and I can't see on a good, clear evening. So we decided that we're going to postpone that, but don't worry. We are going to, 9 times out of 10, I'll probably do something very special with him this week before Thanksgiving. So don't worry. You will definitely get to see my daddy. Sarah, oh, Sarah, the Cowboys lost. They lost by 10. It's going to be a rough night in the Shropshire household, so y'all just pray for us. Not in your good time, but in your spare time, okay? Please do pray for us. Hi, Pina. I hope all is well. Oh, why, thank you. Purple is my absolute favorite color, so thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, listen, let's just jump right on into tonight's conversation, and I want to introduce something that I think we might have done this once before, but I have to do it tonight. But first, sometimes prayer, sissy. Thank you, T. Thank you. I need it. I'm not mad. Your name's Kelly, but we can call you Amy, as in Amy Grant, I am sure. Not a problem. I want to know before we even get into some of our topics for tonight, how many of you all are looking forward to Thanksgiving? And you can be honest, if it's not something you're really into, you can put that out there too. But I want to know how many of you all are looking forward to Thanksgiving or not looking forward to it. That's something we're going to talk about at the end tonight. But I want to just plant that in your mind. Well, thank you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. All the way from Louisiana. Hello, Sister January. I see you. I see you. Oh, you're looking forward to it because your daughter's I know. Thanksgiving is the best. Let her cook. That's right. Hey, Lady G, you have been missed. I am so glad that you are here. Yes, I'm so glad that you are here. Someone's looking forward to real mac and cheese. Yes, yes. I'm not mad at you at all. There is something to be said. Wait, the comments are coming in so fast now. Okay, let's start with Mrs. Diane. We get together with our extended family at our cousin's house, and then we do a scavenger hunt in our hometown. Oh, I do a scavenger hunt too, but it's not in the hometown. I'll tell you about it in a minute. We have to go up to strangers and ask them for things and into stores to find these ridiculous items. It is so much fun. People are more than willing to help us. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That sounds fun, actually. Yeah, no, the only scavenger hunt that I do after Thanksgiving is trying to hunt down the Tums or the Rolaids, okay? That's enough for me. Let's see here. Okay, so this is our never again for tonight. Edwina says, okay, so I decided to not go to a program at my mom's church, so I donated so I can do my kids' hair, which for anyone who doesn't know, depending on your child, it takes a village to get a little child's hair done, okay? And she started tripping. I wanted to be donating. I won't be donating it to again for as hers because she wanted to have me drop everything and do for her and not do what's important for the kids. Okay, now Edwina, I'm just curious, what type of church does your mama go to? Tell me that. I'm sure that is a never again. I'm very curious. What type of church does your mom go to? And do you go to church with your mom? And I'll tell you why in just a moment. Let's see here. Q says, I love Thanksgiving. We just drove 14 hours from Maryland to Florida to be. Let me tell you something. 14 hours? They should have had Thanksgiving dinner prepared for you today after 14 hours of driving. Well, listen, as the comments are coming in, oh, she's Baptist. Okay, do you go to church with your mama? Because you know, my mom, sometimes the mamas can get in this, they just have a vision of how they want things to be. And it was that program. Which program was it? Was the 100 Women in White and it's only 2 of them sitting up there? Which program? They want you there. They have a vision and they're not necessarily considering the bigger picture. I understand. I do. Let me, if you guys, Gwendolyn, my grandmother is going to be 101. Oh, that's such a blessing. Tell your grandmother happy birthday and you let her dance the night away. Let her enjoy herself. Now, listen, we're going to jump into tonight very quickly because there's a couple of things that I do want to cover with you. And don't worry, you can still post about Thanksgiving because we are going to talk about that. Give me one moment. Excuse me. So normally on Sundays, we do bless your heart. But tonight we're going to have to switch it up. Tonight, I have a couldn't be me for you. And then I also have a new segment. So let's discuss couldn't be me. Couldn't be me means just what it says for anyone who doesn't know. Whatever the situation is, you know, if you were in it, it would not have happened the way that it was reported. It couldn't be you. Oh, no, no, no. And I have a doozy for you tonight. Recently in Egypt, and I have to apologize because I didn't figure out exactly where, but there's a part of Egypt that just experienced some truly inclement weather, okay? They had a downpouring of rain. Okay, that's not a problem. We can handle rain. That to itself is fine. But here comes the couldn't be me. Because of this downpouring of rain, unfortunately, it flooded out some of the hiding places for some very venomous scorpions. And they had so many scorpions come out and invade this town and in the streets and just attacking people. 450 people, and that's a rough estimate, have been stung by this venomous that could be fatal scorpions, that's with an S, and 3 people have died. Y'all, now y'all know I don't even do well with mosquitoes and flies. And you're going to have a whole entire scorpion. And then they are telling people until they can get the situation under control, they want everyone to stay in their homes. Let me tell you something you do not have to tell me. Okay? You do not have to tell me to stay in my house. Do you not know if we had scorpions on the loose just running around, the sheets on my bed better not touch my skin wrong. I'm hollering and running. Whoo! Couldn't be me. Whoo! I couldn't do it. Absolutely. Diane said, no way. No way. You're not going to be along for Thanksgiving because I think, well, I'll tell you in a minute. We'll talk about that. Don't worry. I'm coming right back to you. Okay? No way. Couldn't be me. Listen, y'all see this? Y'all see all this fake hair? Rapunzel. I know you never know what I'm going to look like from time to time. I promise you, I'm not in the witness protection program. Every time you log on, you don't know who you're going to see. But just know this part will never change. Let me tell you something. Scorpions, my fake hair, this weave hits my arm wrong. I'm getting out of here. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Looks like she said, be shaking in my shoes. Absolutely. OMG, I have scorpions. It's the worst. Where are you from? Medina, where are you from? Where you have scorpions? So I know to simply send you a postcard. I will not be visiting. Please let me know. Oh, just let me know. Okay. Now, Sarah, I promise you, I agree 100%. I heard that on the news too and thought of all the plagues in Exodus. Doesn't it make you nervous? It does. I am a Sunday school dropout. However, there are a couple of things that make me really nervous when you think about like plagues, scorpions, COVID. I can't speak for anybody else, but that makes me nervous. That makes me nervous. You love all my weaves, Charles? Why, thank you. You just never know who you're going to see. I got to keep you guessing. I do. I've got to keep you guessing. Do not worry. Now, the other thing I wanted to do tonight, which I believe I've done this once before, but to me, this story really, really called for me to introduce this again. Is this a test or a blessing? Oftentimes in life, we go through things and we have situations where you have to question. Now, is this a test or am I getting a blessing? You're not sure how you should react, okay? You're not sure how to read this, okay? And I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean. So I'm going to give you this scenario. And a lot of you probably heard about this because I'm torn. Is it a test or is this a blessing? Okay? Is this the Lord saying, let me help my child? Or is this the Lord saying, see, this is why your application to heaven is still pending? Here we go. This happened, and someone on here may be from this county, San Diego County. This past week in San Diego County, I believe on Friday night, it was an armored truck going down I-5. Okay? Armored truck full of money going down I-5. And the doors flung open. And $1 and $20 bills went all over the interstate, causing people to stop in their cars, jump out, and collect money off of the interstate. My question to you, was that a test? Or was that the Lord blessing us? How should we read that? Somebody tell me. I can go either way. Is it a test? Is he trying to see? Or is it a blessing? So you guys let me know. I'm waiting to see, just for a moment, the comments get stuck sometimes. Diane said it's both. It's both. Okay. So we got one that refuses to choose. Okay. I saw this on the news. Thou shalt not steal. It's a test. Okay. So we have one for test. So you guys, y'all got to pick one. Is it a test or is it a blessing? Having problems. Oh, I promise, Judy, I'm here. I promise I am. 2 have been arrested. Oh, no. So it's a test. It's a test. Everybody, definitely a test. Y'all are such good Christians. Y'all are so good. Because, okay, but what if I tithe with it? Does that help? What if I tithe? I'm just saying. That's right. Sarah said, I would be singing melodies from heaven, rain down on me. Yes, let it rain, let it rain. Oh, Miss Britt, y'all are being honest and truthful. I'm proud of you. Okay, and no judgment. I just don't know if I would have the strength to be as good and as honest as you. I think it's an honest integrity test. Okay. Oh, Gwendolyn said, no, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. You're just going to go ahead and put it out there. It looks like most people are in the, Allison says, so since we know where it came from, it's probably a test. But if we did not know where it came from, then that'd be a blessing. Okay. It's a test that this Sunday school dropout would fail, but it's a test. You're right. I know. I'm simply teasing. It is stealing. Yes. Plus, it's against the law to keep it. Okay. Sarah said, it's manna from heaven. It's manna. Now, I think the point is we should all um, hope to get stuck behind an armored truck on the interstate. How about that? No, you all are good, and I agree. It is truly a test that some of us may or may not pass. It is truly a test. Well, that's going to be a new segment that I can't do all the time. It's just something that we'll do occasionally to see if there's an argument or if you guys differ in your views. But it looks like most of you were saying, "Hey, it's a test." Okay, wait a minute. But Allison then says, but then again, if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound? Meaning, if they don't know who took it, did it really happen? See, we're going to stop this conversation, Allison, because you were in the it's a test category, and now you're starting to move a little close over here. No, it's a test. It's a test. It's a test. I may or may not have some dollars in my purse, but it's a test. Oh gosh. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about Thanksgiving. I promise you, I'm definitely going to sit down with my dad and get him on here before um, Thanksgiving, okay? But as many of you know, Thanksgiving is truly one of my personal favorite holidays. It's my favorite. Hands down, it is truly, truly my favorite. And that's because Thanksgiving to me is made up of three things. And I told you guys this last year. It's made up of faith, food, and family. Well, let me say that in the right order. Faith, family, and food, okay? When it comes to your faith, I think a lot of times, and I need you all to be aware of this, okay? And please chime in if you know what I'm talking about. We are beginning to get into a time of year where people tend to be very depressed, okay? Everyone's with family. Everyone, it's this festive time of year, and everybody's giving gifts or everybody's doing this. And a couple of things can happen to you on the inside. And I'm not talking about what I've seen, I'm talking about what I know. Okay. There were years when my husband and I didn't even have the money for a tree. Okay. We didn't even put up a tree. We barely had enough money to have like enough to eat for the rest of the week. Thankfully, we went across the yard to my in-laws' house for dinner, but that was a blessing. Some people don't even have that as an option. There were certain years where I was in the middle of experiencing a miscarriage. Festive was nowhere near my mind. I didn't want to be happy. I didn't want to have joy. I just was depressed and lonely. Okay. And I think, and I'm saying that to you because we all go through different trials. We all have different experiences. And I tell you this all the time. It is so important that no matter how someone treats you, you just smile. If you see somebody with a bad attitude, you don't necessarily have to engage with them, but you can give them a smile. You never know what someone else is going through. That's first and foremost. But because this time of year can be so hard on some people, I think it is so important for us to go out of our way to make sure to do right and love on others, okay? And let our light shine, okay? If this time of year is rough for you, because this time of year also means for a lot of people, death. I'm being honest. My grandmother used to say all the time, every year has its number. And it always seems like people pass at the end of the year or the first of the year. So there's so many reasons why this time of year can be rough. And we all know COVID has not been kind to anybody. So this year, especially, may be the first year that a lot of people have empty chairs at their table, okay? But you gotta let your light shine. The best time to let your light shine is when you don't want it to shine, when it's the hardest for you, okay? If you are not in a position to do the things you want to do, first of all, I think we've commercialized it too much. It's just about loving each other. We don't have to give gifts. We don't have to have a table spread of food. One thing my daddy taught me for sure. And my mama. There were times we were brokety broke. You know that other kind of broke? When there's nothing in the account is negative, you got a car note due, and the car's not even running. That type, the piggy bank is empty and the refrigerator's so empty you can see the light bulb in the back. Okay, do y'all know what I'm talking about? If you know that kind of broke, let me see some hearts. It's not about what you eat, it's about the appreciation you have for it. Okay. If all you can afford is a peanut butter sandwich or a good little piece of Spam, you pray over it like it's steak and say, God, I thank you. That's what having faith is. Lord, you brought me through the last time, and I know you're going to bring me through this time. And even though it's dark around me right now, okay, I know that you have a plan for me. And so I'm not going to allow this moment to dictate how I feel. I'm just thankful. If the good Lord allowed you to take your left and your right hand and clap them together, you can be thankful. Okay. So just be thankful over the little things. Okay. And I promise you, it ain't going to last forever. Just hang in there. And as long as you hang in there, this Sunday gathering family has your back. Okay. Promise we do. The second thing is family. Like I said, a lot of us are going to have a bit of a rough time this year because there's going to be empty seats around the table. I can't speak on that. I know that's some pain. I can't imagine that, what that's going to be for some people. But what I will tell you is this. If the good Lord calls me home right now, I don't want to be remembered for how I died. I want to be remembered for how I lived. So hold on to the memories of your family. I know it hurts. And I don't like it when people, have you ever noticed that when people pass, everybody can't come to your house, okay? Sometimes people say just the dumbest things to you when you're mourning. I think that that's a special ministry. Not everybody can do it, okay? If you don't have words, don't make them up. When someone is grieving, sometimes they don't need you to give them a sermon or to say it's going to be okay, because it's right then and there. It's not okay. It's not. Just your presence and to say, I'm praying for you, and your presence, sometimes that's enough. And be careful when you go around a person too. A lot of times we go around people when, I don't know where all this is coming from, but I think somebody needs it. A lot of times people go around when the person first passes away. Everybody is bringing cakes and chicken. I don't know. Listen, we got to find something else to add to the bereavement menu, because we give out enough chicken. Somebody's going to cluck in a minute, okay? But once you get through that part and everyone's come to the house and the service is over, you've planned it, and you have laid your loved one to rest, and you go back into that empty house, or you go back to that bedroom, or you you smell their clothes, or you have to make decisions that you're not ready to make. That's when you need people. It's when that excitement, and I don't mean excitement in a good way, but all that energy has calmed down, and you have to accept your new reality. So be thankful. Hold on to the good memories and try to just smile and get through it. And it may be hard. It may be really hard the next couple of years or however long. We all grieve in a different way. But don't wallow in how someone passed. Hold on to the memory of how they are. Now let's talk about the living. On Thursday, we're going to be around family. Now, a couple of things. Some family, you need to let go. You and I both know you got that one uncle or that one aunt or your sister or your brother, that one person who they seem to always have something negative to say, or they seem to always give you that backhanded compliment like, oh, look at you, you look so cute. You're nowhere near as fat as you were last time. You know it's coming. You know they're going to have something crazy to say. So hide your button. Don't let them ruin that day for you. Don't even let them phase you. See, people like that I appreciate because they're consistent. They're consistently stupid. I hate to say that the way I just did, but you understand what I mean. When you are just consistently ignorant, I'm not even going to say ignorant like that, I appreciate you because that means I know how to respond to you. I know how to react. I know what's about to come out of your mouth. So that gives me the power over the situation. Okay. So put them in a corner and enjoy your dressing and cranberry sauce in peace. Okay. And for the rest of the family that's there, love on them. Enjoy yourself. Smile and have fun. Have fun. Okay. And when I say family, sometimes family's not blood. Family is what we create. Okay. So make sure you enjoy those memories because tomorrow is not promised. So make sure you do that. God is so good. I agree with you, Kathy. Let me see. God is so good. My husband died on Christmas Eve. All the family already had time off work. I was surrounded by love and God's grace. Absolutely. See, Kathy, that's the testimony right there. Right there. So thank you for that. We appreciate that. I've always said when it's all over and you go back to normal and normal is not normal anymore, that's the hard part. Absolutely, Miss Sharon. That is the hard part. That is absolutely the hard part. And that's when you need people more than ever, more than ever. So have faith. And sometimes having faith is the hardest thing in the world. I will be the first to tell you. You talk about somebody who's been mad at God. I got you. I understand. Enjoy and love on your family. Appreciate your family. And the ones that we want to punch in the throat, know before you go in there, they're going to try something. So just hide your button. Don't let them push your button. Now, before I get out of here, let's get down to some of this food. Can we talk about the food, please? Because that is honestly top notch for me. Oh, Margaret Ann, that is so true. Margaret Ann says, don't beat up people still grieving years later because grief is a process. It absolutely is a process. And I agree with you, Margaret Ann. And everyone grieves differently. Now, Margaret Ann, I'm going to add something to what you're saying. Grief is a process. And people that are still in the throes of grief, don't resent those that are in a further part of the process than you are. A lot of times, and please don't take this wrong. Please, 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 please hear what I am saying. Everyone grieves in their own way and at their own pace, and it is a process, okay? But you cannot also, no one should be angry with you for your process, but you can also not allow your grief to dictate an entire tone or atmosphere of an event, okay? If you know that you're not in a place where you can truly, truly celebrate, sometimes you may have to excuse yourself or just sit quietly, because I don't believe in being by yourself when you're really, 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 really depressed. That's the worst thing you can do. But sometimes you just have to sit quietly and not allow what you're experiencing to take over the room. I've been in situations where everyone was in a good mood and jovial, and because one person was down, they completely brought down the room. Grief is a process, but if someone's passed and everyone else has not, they haven't moved on, they've just been able to work through it and live with it, because you never let go. You never let go, okay? But if they can work through it to a point where they can accept happiness, if they're in that part where they can smile again, don't take away that from them. Just know, use them as a testimony for you to be able to say, one day, even though I'm not there now, I can get there. Use them as a goal. One day I can get there. Does that make sense? Give me some hearts if that makes sense. Now let me get to this food, and then I'm getting out of here because it's 9:30. I have three things that I need y'all to know about the food, and we are moving on, okay? Because I'm not ending on something sad. But I have three things that we all got to be clear about when it comes to food. First of all, to the cooks, the ones in the kitchen, to you Betty Crocker's, you Duncan Hines, I love you, okay? You've been making that turkey and that dressing for 29 years now, and we appreciate it, okay? My full as a tick belly appreciates you. So don't you ever think, if no one else tells you, please know I love you. If nobody else says it, I love you and I appreciate you. Truly. But sometimes y'all get a little off course. And you want to use Thanksgiving as an opportunity to introduce your new recipe. Thanksgiving is about tradition. I don't want nothing new. I want what I expect. I want what I remember. I need the cranberries sauce to be like I remember. I don't need you put nothing extra in it. I need it to be like I remember, to match my dressing and my turkey, because that's what I've been thinking about all year. I don't want no cranberry compote. I have a problem with the word compote anyway, because when I think compote, I think of what you pour out in your gardens. So that just keep it traditional. Do not experiment on Thanksgiving. Number two, if you are in charge of the paper products, okay, you know who you are. We put you in charge of the paper products because you proved that one disastrous year when you came in there trying to make macaroni and cheese, and it was just an ordeal for all of us, that you can't cook. And that's all right. We know your strengths and your weaknesses. So your strength is to get your wallet and go in there and purchase some paper products. Do not buy the cheapest thing you can find. You know what I'm talking about. If I got to take 3 of those paper plates and put them together so they don't break under the weight of a dinner roll, this is serious. This only happens once a year. She's been in that kitchen slaving over that chicken and that dressing and all that good stuff all evening before this event. I don't have time for you messing this up because you done brought a plate where the juices from everything on your plate are soaking through. Get some Chinette. Get the strong, hefty paper plates, okay? And I don't want those little cheap napkins that the residue is all around my mouth because it's just falling apart as it touches me. I don't want that. Are we all together? Are we all together? Okay? Now, above all, and this one's going to upset somebody, and I'm just telling you now, I'm sorry. But I'm being honest. And you know who you are. Listen, I have suffered with some intestinal issues. Okay? I have. So don't feel that you're alone. But what I'm going to tell you is this. Take your medication before you get to that person's house. Do not leave the host's bathroom and looking like a crime scene. Don't do it, okay? The commode should remain intact to the ground. It should not be leaning. Wallpaper should not be coming down because of the demonic spirit you released. Don't do it. If you feel that coming on, you get a to-go plate and you go home where your bathroom is used to that. Don't do that to someone else. That ain't right. Now, the rest of us have to just go in there and wash our hands, and we darn near need a hazmat suit to even go wash our hands. Don't do that. Are we clear? Are we all together? No experiments. No experiments. I don't care if you found a new recipe and it talks about raisins. Don't you do it. Don't do it. Real paper plates. But above all, that bathroom, that toilet didn't do anything to you. So don't you do anything to it. Are we clear? You guys, I just wanted to have a little fun before we left because I couldn't leave you just where we were. My prayer for you this week is that your faith and your family and all the food just comes together for you this week, okay? Just be thankful. Even if your eyes open in the morning, thank you. If your car starts, even though you're still on it, thank you. If you get to work and your boss immediately gets on your nerve, but I thank you for my job. If it's a job you didn't even want and you hate it, but I thank you for just giving me a job. If you don't have a job, I thank you for the opportunity to wake up and get it again, to just have the opportunity to interview. Thank you. Oh, wait. And on that note, you know what my husband calls that? He calls that John Wayne, because John Wayne don't take off of nobody. Listen here. I know this is going to be a hard week, but my prayer for everybody is that we just all get through it, okay? And yes, Amy, we are praying for you and the floods in British Columbia. We hope that you guys truly do get through that, okay? Happy Thanksgiving. I will see you. And let me tell you this before I go. School for me is almost over. That is what I'm thankful for. School for me is almost over for this semester. And what that means for you is that means I'm going to see a lot more of you. I will be doing more Never Again videos and going live with the Bus Up What's Ups more now because I'm almost finished with school. So get ready for that. I will see you before Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving and get your shine on. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.